my land really needs like a carport with some concrete, and I decided to go on this endeavor and build something like this in this picture. At first, I purchased very little gravel. I was going to do like a really crappy concrete pour. I was spreading it out, and quickly I realized this is a horrible idea. So a season went by, and here it is now framed up with some forms, and I added some fiberglass rebar and got it graded out pretty good. And here's the beginning of the pour. I ended up getting two concrete trucks delivered for 15 cubic yards, 3,500 psi, slump of 4, which we cranked up to about a 5 with the truck there. I added air into it, which I found out is just Dawn dish soap to add air into the cement, but that's going to help with it being an outdoor slab and going through freeze thaw cycles. Disclaimer, this is my first concrete slab pour, and we had no clue what we were doing. This is a group of my friends, few of us work in IT. None of us really know concrete, but we're powering through. My dad came also, and my buddy Kenny, who works facilities operations, and just a very diverse group of people that are not supposed to be doing this. You'll see me checking grade right there, and we're kind of getting through it, honestly, for our first concrete pour and doing some unique methodologies here. We were getting through it. I could tell the guys that were bringing the concrete trucks were a little confused on why we called them here, but they were really friendly, and the second guy actually ended up taking some time and helping me out with a few things. But here we are getting through. I'm bull floating. My Chihuahua keeps running through here and doing its OSHA inspection. Um, yeah, our pour went fine, but you'll see in a little bit when we get to the float process that I mean the trial process. That part went completely into the dumpster. Here I am bull floating again. It's really cool seeing these time lapses. I've actually never made one of these for one of my projects. I remember getting really tired and realizing that, man, concrete work is not as easy as it looks on YouTube. When you're screeding, there's something that it takes out of you. And I started to feel the pain at some points, and I would use the bull floating as my excuse to step away for a second. But since this is my responsibility, I kept running back and getting back into the concrete. You can see me walking backwards slowly, getting gassed. We're finally getting the last bit of cement out on this slab. I kept yelling at my friends every little couple seconds, being like, "I need more here or there," and they were really awesome to help me out with this. They had to take off days off work since this is on a random Wednesday. Here it is. The slab is poured. The level is fairly okay. My friends are practicing their floating. I'm running the bull float a little bit, and then let my friend take over. And next part, you're going to see a picture of us, and then we'll get into the trowel. This is a picture of the concrete crew I had. I had some great help from these guys, and here's the trial part. This went bad because even though I checked about 30, 40 times throughout like 10 days about the weather, it predicted no rain until about a couple hours before we started to finish up. The weather changed, saying, "Hey, it's actually going to rain." So I started feeling a little drizzle. We got the tarp ready. And there was some mess ups here too that I had to rush on the troweling because when we floated it, we left those grooves from the bull float and we didn't level it out well enough before it started to set up. Once it started setting up, my troweling endeavor had to go with just by hand, and there was only enough mats for me to walk around it. And I own a power trowel, but it wouldn't start up. It was getting no spark. So this is where I ended up just crappily hand troweling it and having them follow with the tarp. And it was still kind of too wet for the tarp, so the tarp left marks. And you'll see in the last picture what it looked like after all the rain started coming down. But we got through it. It's level. It does what I need to. Just the finish ended up being subpar. And that's the end of this part. I'll share more about this project as I go on.